Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make this jockstrap. We can use spandex, lycra, cotton lycra, or any elastic fabric you prefer. Feel free to try any fabric you like. I'm going to use cotton lycra. So first of all, this fabric stretches on both directions. This side stretches, but this side stretches the most. So I'm gonna use this side. Now let's fold over the fabric, and using the pattern we're gonna trim the fabric. Now I'm gonna sew the curved edge of the support pouch. I'm gonna do it using an overlock machine, but if you don't have an overlock machine, you can also do it with a zig-zag stitch. This is the pouch. It's very common that using the overlock machine, depending on the tension of the threads and the fabric we use, this could happen. If this happens to you, what you have to do is use the same color of the fabric, or in this case I'm gonna do a triple straight stitch next to the overlock stitch. Now it's covered. The next step is covering the edge of the pouch with an elastic bias tape. I prefer to use an opaque bias tape. There are some sparkly ones, but for me, an opaque it's gonna look better for a jockstrap. Now we're gonna put the edge of the pouch right in the middle of the bias tape. We're gonna fold it over like this, and we're gonna at first ensure here the stitch with the reverse of the machine. Now this is the trick. We're gonna pull down 1 centimeter down, just the bias tape, not the fabric. 1 centimeter down. I've done a guide with a Scotch tape. You can also do it. And then put the fabric in, fold it over, and now we're gonna pull everything together, the bias tape and the fabric, all down and sew. Now again, the same thing. Just the bias tape, 1 centimeter down. We're gonna put the fabric in, fold over, and pull everything together all the way. Again, 1 centimeter down, put the fabric in, fold over, and pull everything together. When you finish, you have to also ensure the stitch with the reverse of the machine, the same way we did at first. This is the pouch. You can stretch it and it is not gonna break. I'm making a small jockstrap, so for the waistband I'm gonna use this elastic, is 5 centimeters width, and I'm gonna measure with a measuring tape 73 centimeters for the waistband. So do it like this, don't pull the elastic, just measure it. 73. So for the straps, I'm gonna use this elastic. This is 2 centimeters width, and I'm gonna measure it the same way that I did with a waistband. So don't pull the elastic, just measure it. Again, I'm gonna measure 61 centimeters. Now, using the zigzag stitch, you have to put together the two extremes of the waistband. Okay, this is a cotton tape. I've been searching on internet for the right name for this tape, and I found cotton ribbon roll, webbing decor, herringbone, but basically this is just a cotton tape. So I'm sure you can find this at a sewing store. At first, what I'm gonna do with the cotton tape is cover the zigzag stitch that I made on the waistband. I'm gonna cover it, and then I'm gonna sew both sides of the cotton tape. After that, we can make a zigzag stitch on the bottom part. Now I'm gonna sew the top of the pouch on the waistband. I'm gonna place the stitch of the support pouch right in the middle of the cotton tape. I'm gonna cover it with the same cotton tape, and then I'm gonna fold both sides of the pouch like this, and after that I'm gonna sew all the edge of the cotton tape. I've done a simple straight stitch because the cotton tape doesn't stretch, so it is gonna be just fine. It is not gonna break. For the straps, I'm gonna put together both sides of the elastic, and like this I can get the middle here. Then I'm gonna slide it a little bit like this, and I'm gonna sew it to the base of the support pouch right here. You can sew this part using a zigzag stitch, a little zigzag stitch, or you can also use a straight common stitch. I prefer the straight common stitch. using the reverse, I'm sure that this is good. Now this way you can place the straps on the waistband. At first I fold this and I get this middle, then put them together and after that I place the straps like this, fold the extreme and place it like this, and the same thing for the other strap. Fold it and place it. Well, this is the final part. I'm gonna sew the straps. I place it, and after that I'm gonna sew it. I'm gonna make a double straight stitch. The first one is gonna be here and the second one here. And the other side. I place it and then I sew it. Now we have it done. Now making the pattern is easy. You have to buy a gird paper. Each of these squares measures 1 centimeter, and you have to start over the first line. You measure 9 centimeters and you make a point. I have already done it to guide myself. Now vertically you have to make these marks outside of the squares. The first mark you're gonna make is at 9 centimeters, then 13 centimeters, then 15, 17 and 18. Okay, now At 9, you make a point exactly there. The second one, you're gonna measure 1 centimeter and make another point. The third, you have to measure 2.3 millimeters, 2 centimeters and 3 millimeters, and make the other point. The fourth, 5 centimeters, like this, make another point. And the last one, 10 centimeters. You make this point. Now, vertically, from the first point we did, you measure 10 centimeters and a half and get this point. After that, what you have to do is just put together the points. Right here, we have to make a curve. The other one can be just straight. Now you have it. This is a small pattern. Remember, 9 centimeters, then 9 centimeters, 13, 15 centimeters, 17 centimeters, 18. You mark this, and from here you start horizontally. 1 centimeter, a point, 2.3 centimeters, a point, 5 centimeters, a point, 10 centimeters, a point. And from this point, vertically, 10 and a half centimeters. I'm gonna scan this and I'm gonna leave you a link on the description of the video, so that way you can see it better. Now, after this, you have to trim the pattern, and we're gonna make the medium pattern and the large one. We have the small pattern, and now to get the medium pattern, we have to add 0.5 centimeters upside and down, also 0.5 centimeters. And you complete the drawing. And to get the large pattern, we have to do the same thing. Using the medium pattern, we have to add 0.5 centimeters down, and 0.5 centimeters up. Now after this, I'm gonna leave you a measurement table. There you can find which pattern you have to use to make each size, and also the measure of the elastics.